Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're making tiramisu. Before we get started, just to let you know, the ingredients are going to be down in the description box below. And also, this is not going to be a traditional tiramisu. It's going to be a quick, easy tiramisu. I mean, you're going to have to wait a little bit because it has to chill in the fridge, but other than that, this is going to be without eggs, so there's going to be no custard involved, and not very many ingredients. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is brew some coffee. This is espresso, and once it's completely cooled, you're going to add a little bit of bourbon. You could use rum instead, or Marsala wine if you want. Give that a mix, and now it's time to work on our mascarpone cheese mixture. We're starting with a cup of heavy cream, and I'm going to start whipping this on medium speed. If you don't have a stand mixer, just use an electric hand mixer instead. Okay, so after the cream has stiff peaks, I'll add half a cup of powdered sugar and continue mixing. Try not to mix it for too long because you don't want to end up making butter by accident. Now for the most important ingredient, the mascarpone cheese. I had this stay out until it was at room temperature so that it was easier to work with. And once that's blended, take it off the stand mixer. Go ahead and scrape the sides of the bowl before adding some cinnamon and nutmeg. If you're able to find fresh nutmeg, definitely use it. This is also where you want to add your vanilla extract. All these ingredients together are going to give your tiramisu great flavor. And once you're done with that, go ahead and put it to the side. Another important ingredient are our lady fingers. You can find these near the cookies in any grocery store, and they're not very expensive. And what I'm going to do is quickly dip them in our coffee bourbon blend. You don't want them to sit in there for too long or you'll have soggy fingers, and if you have soggy fingers, you're going to have a bad time. Once you have them all laid out nicely in our dish, you're going to add half of the mascarpone cheese mixture, and you want to spread that out as evenly as possible to create our first layer. Next, add the rest of the ladyfingers for the second layer, and the rest of the mascarpone cheese. I'm spreading this out with my offset spatula, so it's just like icing a cake. If you don't have one of these, you can use a rubber spatula instead. Now it's time to wrap this up with some plastic wrap, and it needs to chill in the fridge for 5 to 6 hours or overnight. Once it's completely chilled, it's time for the final ingredient after removing the plastic wrap, and that is cocoa powder. Go ahead and sift a very generous amount of cocoa powder on top of your tiramisu. And that's it, you're done. Now it's time to cut yourself a nice big slice, admire that cross section, and take a bite out of this very rich but delicious dessert. No promises, you might get drunk off of this. Alright, here we are. Let's try this thing out. You can definitely taste the bourbon. It's good though. It's really good. I'd probably use a little bit less bourbon next time. Probably use half of what I used. But it's good, and what's great about this is that it's a fast, it's a simple recipe. I mean, yeah, you gotta wait 5 or 6 hours for it to chill, but other than that, it's a pretty easy recipe to follow. And it tastes like tiramisu that you would have in a traditional Italian restaurant. So guys, try out this recipe. I hope you enjoy it, and tune in next time. Don't know what I'm making yet, but we will decide when we get there. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!